It's a little bit bigger than this, and someone just knocked on the door, so give me a second and I will get back to this as soon as I answer it. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Waking Up with Richie. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing more than just sharing current events with you guys. I'm going to be packing up, talking about why I'm moving, where I'm moving, and what I'm going to be doing there once I live there. If you guys are interested in hearing about some crazy stuff going on in the world and a little bit more about me, keep on watching. Now, if you do hear a water dripping noise, it's because I have my oil diffuser on right now and it kind of makes that dripping noise, so I apologize if that's annoying, but I like the smell of tea tree oil. What can I say? It calms me down. So I want to apologize about not uploading a video last week. Guys, I was dealing with a lot personally and I could only find one event that seemed remotely interesting, so I just kind of, took last week off, but I hope you can understand. So I'm going to be talking about Colton Underwood. Now, Colton Underwood starred in The Bachelor, and he recently came out as gay. Yeah, you heard that right. Colton Underwood, the star of The Bachelor, the down-home, religious, conservative, handsome bachelor, came out as gay. Now, 29-year-old Colton Underwood exposed himself on Good Morning America with Robin Roberts. He explained how this is something that he's always been battling with his entire life, and he felt like it was finally time for him to come out and live in his most truest self. He said, quote, "Obviously this year's been a lot for a lot of people, and it's probably made a lot of people look at themselves in the mirror and figure out who they are or what they've been running from or putting off in their lives. I've ran from myself for a long time. I've hated myself for a long time, and I'm gay." That kind of hits home for me. That doesn't just kind of hit home for me, that really hits home for me, because that's exactly how I felt in my senior year of high school when I just couldn't take it anymore and I had to come out and just take off the skin that I was wearing and reveal my true skin, if that makes sense. It's really hard for people who aren't gay men to understand this phenomenon in their lives because not everybody deals with these thoughts, and most gay men know that they're gay from a very young age, and it's up to them and how they're raised or how their friends or family treat the subject to decipher when that person is ready to come out and let everybody know that this is something that they've been dealing with and that they're ready to show to the world. And I also feel like a lot of us have learned a lot about ourselves throughout the pandemic, so I think it's great for him to bring that into the message and kind of incorporate how he gained the strength to get to this point. He said, quote, "I came to terms with that earlier this year and have been processing it. The next step in all of this was sort of letting people know. I'm still nervous, but it's been a journey for sure." End quote. When I was watching his season of The Bachelor, I always felt like there was something a little bit off about him. He just seemed, I don't want to say fake, but it did seem like he was kind of too good to be true, because he didn't show any major signs that set off my gaydar, if that makes sense. But you know what they say about us gay guys? We usually look very pretty, and he does look very pretty, especially in the face, and that's something I've kind of used to always kind of work off of when I'm trying to figure out if I can go up and talk to somebody without getting rejected or turned away. I hope that doesn't come off wrong. Robin Roberts said that he appeared to be happy despite the emotional announcement, which is such a great thing. Because once you come out, it's almost like the weight of the world is lifted off your shoulders and you're just overcome with so much emotion. Positive emotion mostly, but sometimes it can be negative emotion as well, but for the most part, it's mostly positive. He also kind of went deep and said that he recalled a moment when he was in LA where he didn't have intentions of waking up, and he did. So basically, he attempted to take his own life, and he didn't really go into depth any more than that, but I think that is just so sad and gut-wrenching to hear. When you're not a gay male, you really don't have any room to pass judgment because It's a really tough thing to go through for most guys that grow up and know that they're gay. Some guys don't come out until their 50s or after their kids are grown up and moved out of the house and their wife is divorced. You know, it's like everybody needs a different amount of time to come true to themselves. This announcement came 2 years after he selected Cassie Randolph to hand his final rose to at the end of his season of The Bachelor in 2019. They never got engaged, but they continued to date before splitting in mid-April 2020, so about a year ago. So they split up just about when the pandemic was starting. I can't imagine how difficult that was alone, you know, like, that's a lot for anybody. Cassie Randolph actually filed a temporary restraining order against him, alleging that he placed a tracking device onto her car, which is a little bit alarming, I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit alarming. Colton Underwood told Fox News, "Today, Cassie asked the court to dismiss the temporary restraining order against me. The two of us were able to reach a private agreement to address any of Cassie's concerns." So that's another bit of good news to hear. I'm not going to judge him at all because I think there's no book on how to do this. There's no manual on the proper way to come out or the proper way to live your life as a gay man. It takes different trials and tribulations for everybody to finally get to the point where they feel like they're ready to come out. And when I say everybody, I mean everybody, every gay male. He also released a memoir titled The First Time, which details his time on The Bachelor as well as enduring both love and heartache. So what do you guys think about Colton Underwood coming out as gay? This is kind of old news. It's been about 2 weeks since this was all over the press, but I wanted to share it with you guys because I'm curious as to what some of you guys think. So let me know what you thought about that current event, and let's go ahead and move on. Say hi to the camera. Hey guys. Say hi, Lucky. Don't be camera shy. You got some eye boogies. Anyways, guys, let me put him down. So this is my least favorite room of my apartment. If you don't know, I literally have, 4 rooms in my entire apartment, 2 of which don't have doors, but this is the second room and only room that has a door, and this is my closet slash laundry room slash storage room. Anyway, I do not like this room at all. I try to avoid this room as much as possible to the point where like my laundry is piled up right here. I'm not gonna show you guys, but I just hate coming in this room. I can just feel the negativity in here. Like, I don't know what happened in here before me, but it does not feel good in here at all. So let me get to my point. This is where I store pretty much everything, like Halloween decorations, my TVs. I have 2 TVs, a smaller one, a bigger one. My production equipment, like lights, and my painting stuff, my clothes. When I first toured this place, I walked into here when it was empty, and I thought like, oh wow, this is such a big closet. And I'm gonna remind you guys, I live alone. I live with just me and now Lucky and my fish Benny. But I don't have a lot of stuff. So I don't need that much storage, but I don't know if you guys can see, but this is such a small room. It's just it's laid out really weird. Like, I feel like this used to be like an office space or something, or a retail space, because it's just such an awkward space. So for this segment, I'm gonna be showing you guys what I'm packing away and giving a little bit of some backstory on the items that I'm showing to you guys. I already packed away my dishes and mugs and glasses and some of my silverware and stuff like that. All of that filled up a whole box, and it was a pretty large box, so I'm gonna try to see how much I can get packed into here. And yeah, let's get started. Alright, let's start with this. This right here is a black light that my friend gave to me. It still works, but I never used it. You know, I thought I was gonna use it on YouTube videos, so it's kind of just sat and collected dust, as you can see. And this is like the first item I'm gonna start packing away. So I'm gonna throw it on my bed. Okay, let's get to, here's the next item. Now, When I was really struggling and first starting to live on my own, I bought all of my cookware from Goodwill, and not just Goodwill, I bought a lot of stuff from Ross as well. But this is just stuff that I don't use anymore. It's covered in dust. I've been meaning to give it to Goodwill. I just haven't got around to it yet. But I have like 3 fry pans, 1 steamer, and then a little pot. And they're all name brand too. Like this is Cuisinart, this is Portobello, these are 2 Cuisinarts, but they're not non-stick. They're stainless steel, but they're not non-stick, guys. And if you cook a lot, you can really appreciate non-stick. And these just became too much of a hassle to clean after every meal. I have to let them soak overnight, and I'm just over them. So hopefully this will help somebody else out when I donate them. Lucky likes to follow me around because I'm his daddy and he just looks for direction in me, I guess. I don't know. Okay, next item is my painting stand. I don't think I'm going to be working on any more paintings within the next week because I really just want to get everything ready to move. But this is just my painting stand, just like that. It's a 3-tier little cart that I keep all my acrylics, my paintbrushes, the different chemicals I use when I'm painting, like primers and polymers and stuff like that. So I'm going to pack this away as well. Next item, this lamp. I bought this lamp in a set of 2 on clearance at Target because, you know, I love my good deals, and I've never used this lamp here because frankly I don't have enough space. I've tried it in many different areas, but this apartment is just way too small for me, guys. This apartment is not even 600 square feet. It's just so small, like, so hopefully I'll get to utilize this in my new place. I think I will. I have an idea of where it's gonna go, but this is getting packed away. I'm gonna take the light bulb out of it, of course, so it doesn't get cracked or anything in moving. But yeah, I want to show you guys this. A friend of mine / fan of mine on OnlyFans bought me this, and I've always wanted one of these because I just think they're so cool, and who knows, they might come in handy one day. So here's like the first part of it, and it's in this old vintage army type of satchel. So here is the tube, and then here is the gas mask. I would put it on, but I don't want to like ruin my hair or anything. Plus it's really hot in this thing. I filmed a couple OnlyFans videos in this, so if you want to see those, definitely join my OnlyFans. I'll link it below, and you can also check it out right here on the screen. But yeah, so this goes right here. This is what they used back in World War II, and typically you'd have a filter, a little air filter that would attach to the bottom of this, but yeah, it's really cool. So this is getting packed away next. Next item is going to be this vase that I used to have my palm plant in before it died. And this is just full of, this is a light bulb for my softbox. This is a floor lamp. It's a little mini tripod. You know, just like a bunch of stuff like that. It's just like random stuff that I use for sets and stuff like that. So this is gonna get packed away next. Next I have more production equipment that I really don't use. This is my second softbox. And then I have this softbox for my LED lights. So as you can see, guys, this stuff takes up a lot of space. It's not really the easiest to store, but this is going to get packed away. Here I have my Goodwill bag, and this is full of a pair of old shoes that are in great condition. Next I have my lockbox. I've had this thing since, look at all the dog hair on it. Guys, I have not gotten used to seeing dog hair on every surface. I grew up with a dog that shedded a lot, and I'm still not used to it because I haven't had a dog for almost 5 years. But yeah, it's covered in dog hair, but it's locked, and this is a great thing to have for anybody because you can store sensitive documents or anything like that that's just dangerous or important. I highly suggest you guys investing in a lockbox or a safe. So I don't even know what's in here, but this is getting packed away. It's really heavy too. Next, I have my little nurse table. I call it a nurse table because it looks like those things that the nurses push around with the little heart monitors and everything on them, and blood pressure and everything. But this is what I used to use for my live streaming, and I don't use this anymore. I just use a regular collapsible table because this thing tends to get really wobbly. I want to hold on to it because it's really useful for anything really. Like, you can slide this under your bed and work on your laptop if you don't feel like getting out of bed that day, or if you're wanting to sit on the couch. So yeah, this is the next thing that's going to get packed away, and it collapses all the way down to here. So it's going to be a little awkward to transport, but I'm not getting rid of this thing. Okay, next thing is this old ring light. Still fully functional, but I don't really use it anymore now that I have this big ring light that I'm using right now. It's a little bit bigger than this, and someone just knocked on the door, so give me a second and I will get back to this as soon as I answer it. Okay guys, so Zach is here. We're about to go to the pool here in a little bit, but I wanted to finish this up by showing you guys a couple more things that I'm packing away. This light stand, which I think is broken, but I'm the worst when it comes to throwing stuff away. I always think that I can fix it. So I guess you could call me a hoarder in that sense. Maybe if I wasn't that way, this place wouldn't look like such a mess in my closet, and I wouldn't have to like throw away so much stuff. I still don't even want to throw this away because I know I can fix it with the right bolt. But yeah, this is just a light stand. This is a disco ball that I use for different sets on OnlyFans. I don't think I've showed you guys this on YouTube, but I'm not getting rid of this either because it's a great time. Next thing is this neon light that I love, but this apartment just, the aesthetic of this apartment is very dingy and kind of like, I can picture somebody who doesn't care about smells and like clean lines or anything like that living in this type of apartment. This belongs in the apartment that I'm moving into, which is why I decided to hang it up because I didn't want it to get ruined. It's an authentic neon sign. It's not like the fake neon signs that you see nowadays with LED lights. Like, it actually has actual neon in it. So this is the next thing that's going to get packed away ever so slightly and politely. It says believe in yourself, and it was actually a gift. Zach, do you want to come say hi to the camera?
Sure, why not?
Zach just dyed his hair, guys, and I want you to see it because he looks amazing. Okay, so he'll be over here in a minute. Oh my gosh, guys, this is, next I have Lucky's little bag that I got when I adopted him. This has all of his pertinent information, his vaccine records, vet records, everything like that. So that's getting packed away.
Woo! Hi everyone.
And Lucky too. He just got here, so I'm gonna try to wrap this up here soon so he's not just having to sit here and
look pretty.
Yeah. So let me just get the last couple things and I'll wrap this up for you guys because I know this has been such a long video. We have random Christmas decorations. Guys, you saw how beautiful my tree looked this year. It's gonna look even better next year, now that I'm building a collection of my decorations. Next we have an LED light that I never use. Still works, but I never use it. Next we have my biggest set of luggage. I hate traveling with this thing because it just makes me nervous. It makes me feel like somebody is going through my stuff. Like, do you guys ever feel that way? I really hate checking bags. It just makes me feel uneasy. I hate having to go and wait at the baggage carousel after every flight. It's just so annoying. So I usually try to keep it to one small carry-on and then my backpack. But this thing is hard to store because it's humongous, but I've had it since like 11th grade of high school and it's never failed me. So this is getting packed away next. You know what? I actually might use this to pack away like some smaller things like towels and stuff like that. Next, I'll be packing away this skeleton because I'm tired of looking at it. Honestly, I don't get a good feeling when I look at this thing. I'm tired of looking at it. I want it to go away, but it's fun during Halloween time because you can hang it from like the ceiling. It's a full-size full-scale skeleton. The eyes light up. You guys have probably seen this in my past videos during Halloween. This is the final item, so let's go ahead and pack this away. And that is the end of the first segment of my moving chronicles. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the current events that I talked about earlier. Thank you guys for watching this, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.